All right, Unique Mecca audio, man. Somebody wrote me, they wanted to know with one of the comments, how do females, get pregnant on a visit? You know what I mean? Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to Unique Mecca Audio TV. So now I want to know how they wind up, making a baby while they're in the joint on a visit. You know what I mean? Now, he talking about conjugal visits, he understood that. But now I'm gonna tell you how they do it in the penitentiary. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna tell you about the state first. I'm in the state, and there's this old tall dude. I'm down Southern State, New Jersey. You know what I mean? The state prison system. So they just built the prison. They had a little outside patio in the way. They didn't even have no tower close to the yard. The tower was far away. So even with the binoculars, they couldn't really see the little outside patio where they visit at. So my man girl used to come up with a long dress, one of them, church dresses that go all the way down to your ankle with the frills. You know what I mean? She used to come in, she was real slim. She'd come with one of them and she'd sit down and she'll cross her legs. You know what I mean? And sit like this. And he'll get right up in between them. You know what I mean? And do what he got to do. Once he get there, he just move all hip. Bang, 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 bang. You know what I mean? That's how that works. You know what I mean? Because y'all won't know how it happened on the visit. But that's how we do it in maximum security prison. That was in the state. You know what I mean? But now the feds. Feds a lot different. My man still made a baby in the feds. But you ain't getting close to them because they got you sitting across from each other and all that. So y'all trying to figure out how they wind up having a baby and they sitting across from each other. I'm going to tell y'all that one last. But then now I'm going to tell you about this other one. There's this male police that, working out in Allenwood. You understand what I'm saying? He done went from Allenwood, when he there, he'll bring in sneakers and stuff for inmates. He ain't bringing in no drugs. Nothing. Tobacco was being sold in the store so that, wasn't needed. So he wasn't bringing in no drug, but he'd bring you a pair of Jordans or whatever. Your girl bring him the Jordans, meet him at the hotel, give him some sex, 3 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops. He done. He bring the Jordans in the next day. You know what I mean? And give the Jordans and ask when she coming back. You know what I mean? So that's how he was as far as thirsty for females. Let's get it right. So now he don't know who he's screwing. They just coming up screwing him, But anyway, so dude turns around and he gets transferred up to MDC New York, MCC New York. You know what I mean? So he goes up to MCC and that's where they got all them Colombian and, the drug laws at. You know what I mean? So this lady connected to the little drug cartel. I ain't going to say which name or none of that. I never say names. You know what I mean? But now she connected to the little drug cartels. So she see dude thirsty for some sex. So she push up on the dude, female inmate. She push up on the dude, you know what I mean? Told him he looked nice, always talking to him, hi poppy, and touching on him and things that she ain't supposed to do. But she's sliding and doing when ain't nobody looking. And, it was giving him shivers. You know what I mean? It's giving him shivers. Now, remember, he was bringing in Jordans, you know what I mean? For a quick 3 to 4, 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Now he over here, bad Colombian girl, touching all on him. He knows she had money on the street. She showing him pictures when she was on the street in bikini so he could see her naked, her body right. She showing him pictures with the jewels and the diamonds and the jets and the, the Rolls Royces and, she doing what she got to do. But he looking at all this now and he fantasizing about her beating the case and possibly being with him. And she's making him feel like he the most special animal in the world. You know what I mean? He's like a big bed. This dude was like about 6'4", 6'5", about 340. White dude, big belly. Like, when he walk, his legs kick and wobble. You know what I mean? He was just deformed. You know what I mean? I ain't got to say no names. Y'all know if y'all was there. So dude turns around now and he starts having sex with her, up in the office, stay up late. Call her in, got her being his orderly. She cleaning up his office. That's how she was able to touch him, feeling him, let him know she ready to get to him. You know what I mean? So now, she is orderly, they working, they start having sex, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? So he's smart enough though. I'm gonna give him that. He's smart enough because he was bringing in condoms. You understand? So he having sex with a condom, you know what I mean? And, they throw it away and they do what they gotta do. And then, one day she decided to keep one. You know what I mean? So she turned the man's semen over and told him that he'd been raping her or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's like, oh my God, not a state, but a federal girl, you know what I mean? Staff, raping a female where it's supposed to be the safest place in the world, to be in a federal prison. You know what I mean? So they ain't want that to get out. You know what I mean? So of course they made a deal with it, gave her a little time cut and, sent her back to where she came from. But that's how the females work, the staff. Now how the male work the staff is, basically the same way. Dude see a girl, he like her, he always hanging out, talking to her, giving her compliments, telling her she look nice, find out what it is she like to talk about, let her talk, listen to her the same way the dudes on the street is not. You know what I mean? So she going to prison. She actually got somebody asking her, you know what I mean? What was it like at the hairdresser? Who was there this weekend? You know what I mean? Nobody asked that girl that. Cause then of course that girl gonna think that they being paranoid and they looking for another chick, see if they side chick there, whatever going on with the chicks. I mean, it's just all types of mess. You know what I mean? Just a lot of mess. But you know, do the same thing, you know what I mean? So, you know, he might cook and slide a little bowl because, you know, she like to eat, you know what I mean? So he cooks, you always see him eating some good, you know, mixed vegetables and, you know, mackerel with the fried rice or, you know what I mean? A nice nacho bowl or something, you know what I mean? And she looking and, you know, she's skimping and bringing a little ham sandwich to work because her finances ain't that much, you know what I mean? So now he talked to her, he getting the ear, he letting her know he could pick her finances up by her doing the right thing, bringing what he need, do what he got to do. He make money, she make money, and they both happy. You know what I mean? So now he presented to her. You know what I mean? Tell her you can bring me in some cigarettes. Cigarettes is illegal. They don't even sell cigarettes no more, but officers allowed to smoke it and bring it in. They don't search the officer. They come in with their knapsack. So he tells her he going to give her $500 for each carton. You know what I mean? That costs $100. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we out in Cali. You know what I mean? It costs $100. You know, so they get $500. They get $400 profit on each one. They bring it to us and we take that same carton and now we sell that carton in the prison at $350 for a pack of cigarette or $3,500 for 10 pack of cigarettes. That's the carton. You understand what I'm saying? And it costs you $500. You understand what I'm saying? To buy the whole goddamn thing. You know what I mean? So now picture this. Now they bringing you 10 of them. 10 of them, you're making $3,000 profit, period. You know what I mean? And we can count to 500. We're going to take it 3,000. 3 times that is 10. You know what I mean? He do another flip like that. You understand? Take another $5,000 out. You understand what I'm saying? So he done took the $5,000 out and gave him another 10 cartons. He get the 10 cartons. He bring the 10 cartons in. He sell that. Now he got $50,000. The 5 for the first one that came off the 30. The 5 for the second one came off the other one. Now he got 50 grand from in prison from 2 flips. And he might knock all that out in about a month at the most, maybe 2 weeks. It depends. If he's speeding, he could do it in 2 weeks, week and a half, week even. You know what I mean? But then you're going to get SIS on you and all that. When people start calling, talking about send 3,500 here, and you calling back, see if they did it, because people always say they're going to do something, they drag their butt. So y'all know how y'all do when a dude in jail asks you do something, how you take your time when we need it now. You understand? Because we trying to do what we got to do to keep the burden off of hitting you up to ask you for something. You follow me? So now, do it to make 25. He made 3 flips. You know what I mean? $75,000. He do 4 flips. He got $100,000. That's from selling tobacco at $3,500 a carton. Pay attention. I'm giving y'all the game. If y'all can't catch it and realize that we going to hustle where we at and whatever the currency, we going to make it work, then we going to make it work. You understand what I'm saying? Now, another video, I'm going to get more in detail about, I'm going to just tell you now. Okay, now, a dude that buy a pack, I'm bringing down to the smallest hustler in the joint. A dude that buy a pack of cigarette, he paid $350 for the pack of cigarette. So what he do is he'll take a scissor and he'll take that one cigarette that's this long and he'll cut it 8 little times, maybe 10. You know what I mean? Let's say cut it 10 little times. He sell each one of those little cuts go for $5. So now he making $50 off a cigarette. You understand what I'm saying? $50 off a cigarette. You know what I mean? $5 for each book. And you're paying $5 for each one of those cuts. That's 10, that's 50. You know what I mean? That's out of one cigarette. You understand? So then you turn around and then, you know, you do it with 2 cigarettes, you got 100. You know what I mean? 4 cigarettes, 200. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you go up. So that's how they make their profit, because they're on the ground. You know what I mean? That's how they scramble on the ground. Now, when it's a pouch of tobacco, they just take like the little plastic glove when you go in the little smorgasbord joint, take them and you cut the fingers off and you put just a little pinch of weed in the bottom. You sell that for the same $5, which is equivalent to one of those 10 cuts that you did off a whole cigarette. That's if you got the pouch of tobacco and it's not for another 20 years. You know what I mean? So he just said, I donate them. So when he donate them, whoever work in the R&D, they get those. You know what I mean? And then they come back to the unit. They sell it. We buy it. We the man. So we got the Jordans, the G-Shock, and the rosary beads. We chilling. You know what I mean? We working out. Get a nice little sweat. We roll up in the unit. We see a female we like. You know, we push up on her. We ask her, you know, how you doing today? You know what I mean? You know, to speak, you know, your hair look nice, you know, give her a couple of compliments, make her feel good. You know how that is, you know, the things that the brothers out there is neglected. But This where we at. You know what I mean? So dude push up, he tell her, look, if you bring me a carton of cigarettes, I'll give you $500. $500. It only costs $100. She making $400 for each one. Yeah, bring me 10 of them. You know what I mean? 10 times 4. You know what I mean? $4 grand profit is what she getting. Now she brings it in. We sell each pack. You know what I mean? For $350. We sell it for the $350. So by the time you sell 10 of them, which is the carton, you get $3,500. You understand? It costs you, $500. So you take the $500 off of that, you make $3,000. 3 times 10 is $30,000 off that little $5,000 flip. You know what I mean? She made 4, you make 30. But you doing the work, you the one gonna get caught up. Even though, yeah, she get caught going through the gate, anything could happen. But they're not searching them. They're just walking with their bags. So that's how that is. You understand what I'm saying? So now you done did that flip. So you take out that 5 out of 30, put the 25 up, and then you take that 5, send back, do the same thing, make another 30. So now you got 50 because you take 5 out and you send that back. You understand what I'm saying? You do it again, take 5 out the 30. Now you got 75. You do the 4th time, you get another 30, take the 5 out, send it, you got $100 grand down payment on the house, plus furniture. You see what I'm saying? So y'all was wondering how we make money in there. That's just one way to make money, man. Just think about it. Yeah, I know some of y'all thinking I might as well go on the inside if I can make $30,000 like that. You know what I mean? But then you got to add a finesse to pull a female. You know what I mean? So that's where that's at. So now you done did that. She got a little gig going on, everything looking good. You know what I mean? So she started getting her hair done, her nails did. You know what I mean? Her toes. You know what I mean? She coming in with the new expensive lipstick, and the glitter on her face. And she looked like new money. You know what I mean? Brand new money. You know how that is. You know what I mean? But now, inmate done did that when a dude on the street can't even do nothing for him. A dude on the street can't do nothing for him. And the inmate done put on a new goddamn whip. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you about the whip in a minute. You know what I mean? But then now, so inmate done gave her $100,000 to put down on the house. A dude out there bang, 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 banging her, not giving her nothing. You know what I mean? So common sense, she going to turn around. She going to say, let me start giving him some on the end here. You understand? So she started giving him a little bit in there. He hitting it. You know what I mean? Because she wanted to show her appreciation. You know what I mean? So that's how they show their appreciation. But, it is what it is, man. Don't say I didn't tell you. We do what we do. Now she get money. She don't put the down payment on the house. You understand what I'm saying? So then now all of a sudden, now it's time for the whip. You understand what I'm saying? So you know what she do, right? She put a down payment on the whip. You know what I mean? So when she put it on the whip, all the girls see her, friends see her looking good. It is what it is. You can't stop her. Brand new truck. Her girls asking her what she doing. And she tell me, oh, man, I'm talking to such and such. And but if you want to get down, I try to make some money, girl. And she put him down. And then she tells such and such to put her on one of his homies. You know what I mean? Now you got 2 females coming in. You know what I mean? Each one of them bringing you 10 cartons. And you better believe, you can sell them 10 cartons really in one day if you want it. But it's just trying to keep track of the money going out and always have to be on the phone to tell you people who's sending them money. And it's just a lot of work. And they got people that the police call SIS that listen to the phone calls. You know what I mean? They listen to the phone calls to see what's going on. So you can't really move like you want to. So you got to slow roll it. You know what I mean? Sell a couple of packs a day and you good. Because, at the end of the day, you got 30 grand, 25 grand profit off the 5 that you spent. So that's how we move in there. You know what I mean? So that's how we start talking to females. Now, of course, the females see us, we don't put them in a new truck from in the joint. The dudes that's out there banging them ain't doing nothing for them. We got them driving a new truck. You know what I mean? So now they don't even want to sex them. They want to come in there and sex us to show their appreciation. They want to come sex us to show us their appreciation. You know what I mean? So, that's how that go, how the dudes wind up getting the sex in the joint and still get some money. Because we don't just go at a female in the feds. I don't know what they do in the state. In the feds, we don't just go to female to go to female. We go to female because we trying to get them to bring that pack. When the male, listen, if we talking to another male inmate and we in a joint, now, you got this, the stigma of you made me telling something. Because what do you have in common with a cop? Now your homie probably stab you up for that. Or take you in a room and DP you if you're a cool dude, they like you. But if they don't really like you or whatever, if they're pulling a tight car, you know what I mean? They're going to stab you up and run you off the compound because they say you in front of the police. And then y'all say, oh, but he's only, he's just a civilian. He's a person just like him. No, because he might be talking and say the inmate might be talking to the cop and might just be, get too comfortable and start talking about what's going on within the prison. You know what I mean? Like, yo, could you believe Johnny barely made it? He was coming in from the yard, had a knife on him. You know what I mean? Because that's the type of thing we might say to our homie. Say, man, that nigga Johnny almost got caught with the knife. He ran for the police and got in the unit. You know what I mean? So now excitement happened with a dude running police out there, shooting tear gas at him. He running, trying to get to the unit. He got the knife, trying to hide it. Everybody looking. So now everybody going to be talking about it. You know what I mean? So now if you friendly with the cop, you understand what I'm saying? Now, you might slip and say something to the cop, because the cop is going to ask about it. Yo, what happened the other day when, the dude was running with the knife? You know what I mean? And you might just slip and say, yeah, because that's the way you'll talk to a homie if they ask you a question. So that's why we say, we don't do the fraternize with the police. If we talking to a police, if it's a male police and it's a male inmate and we talking to a police, you better be trying to work that police to bring the pack. Bring the pack mean to bring the cigarettes, the drugs, or whatever you're trying to get. If you ain't trying to work them, you don't need to be talking to them. You know what I mean? And if you get caught talking to them, you're going to get messed up. So the moral of this story is for you kids to listen, that y'all think it's cool, y'all go in there and you talking to a police about the football game. You know what I mean? Because you like sports, he likes sports. You know what I mean? You always in his office, stand up over his desk, talking to him about sports. People look at you, they don't know what you talking to him about, and they figure you might slip and say something you ain't supposed to say, or you might be in there deliberately saying something that you want to say, that you ain't supposed to be saying. You know what I mean? So now a dude come and he stab you up. Because first thing they're going to do is tell your homies, yo, your man was in the thing with the police a little too long. Now when they tell that he was in there too long, now it's looking at like he got a rat in the car. You know what I mean? So now he got to go at dude that was talking to the police real aggressive. So this is you, the young man coming in thinking that it's sweet in jail and you can just walk around and eat chips and call home and have fun and go talk to the police about sports or whatever. No, that sports could cost you your life. Yeah, so dude sitting there now, he'll give inmates the pair of sneakers. You got to buy the sneakers, and he bring the Jordans in and he give it to you or whatever. So now when he do that, the girl that bring him the Jordans, you got to let her know to have sex with him in a hotel. He only lasts 3 to 5 minutes, if that. If it's 5, it's long. You know what I mean? Because they used to come back and laugh about it. But this is what this dude was doing. But now he busy getting sex from the girls from the hood to bring in Jordans. You understand? Then he get transferred up to MDC Brooklyn. Pay attention. Now he up in MDC Brooklyn, and he up there where they got all those bad Colombian girls and, you know what I mean, excuse the language, immigrant girls, you know what I mean? So it was a Colombian chick that was, down with the cartel, was moving mad weight, you know what I mean? And, she got caught up with her man. So now she get caught up with a man, but she in there. So she see this dude, big goofy dude, so she look at him and figure, oh, I can bag that. You know what I mean? So she bagged him. You know what I mean? They start having sex. She wound up saving the condom. You know what I mean? Because of food ass. You know what I mean? Yes, he was wearing a condom. He wound up saving the condom that had the sperm in it, and she turned that over to the administration for a time cut. You know what I mean? She turned over the semen. Like Monica Lewinsky. You know what I mean? With Clinton. Turned over the semen and wound up getting the time cut. Now, how that gonna happen if you don't know? You know what I mean? So, that's different scenarios. You know what I mean? That's how they get caught up. But, most of the time, you'll see a dude talking to a female. He's just trying to see what he can do, trying to see what he can get from her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the first thing they teach the females, that's correction officers, is don't take compliments from inmates, no fraternizing with the inmates. They're supposed to just give us what we want, let us keep going, because they know if they listen to us long enough, gift the gab, what time it is, just the way I'm spitting, the same way you spit at them, and they sitting there looking mesmerized like if, you're speaking, some foreign tongue or something. But when I talk to Mecca, I'm just chill out, see? All right. So now, that's how the joint moving, man. But, you go there, you get your little G-Shock watch, like I said, you know what I mean? You get your little Jordans, get your little chain, and, start your little workout. Make sure you get a little sweat on. You know what I mean? So you come in, your chest sticking out. She look at you, and she could picture herself being with you because you that ultimate bad boy. You know what I mean? So, they sit back and they watch. Like it was this one new female that came to Allenwood. You know what I mean? I like her a lot because I wound up running into her later. So I'm going to tell you about her. The female cop came there. She was like one of the homies from New York. Big buff dude, chest greased up, chain, G-Shock watch, and Jordans. You know what I mean? Penitentiary rich. You wearing that, you the man. That's how the females look at it. So homie used to go over there every day, holler at her, I know she wanted to do something with him, but she was a rookie. She just started. She was a rookie. You know what I mean? So being that she just started, she was a rookie. You know what I mean? She couldn't really make no move to do what she wanted to do, but this dude went everywhere with it. But when they put her to work the compound, he walk in the compound. They put her to work the unit, he in the unit. He on her line. You understand what I'm saying? To be honest, I think he might have got some, but I ain't pay attention to it like that. You know what I mean? Because it was in another unit, because that's none of my business. You understand what I'm saying? But when I'm in the yard, I see it, so now it's my business. Anything in the yard, I got to pay attention to, because this is my business, because this is my life in the yard. You understand what I'm saying? So now, because let's say he was the choker out, they start shooting, I get shot, so my life on the line. You know what I mean? Let's say his people say that he hot because he always with this cop, you know, regardless if she a female, and they decide to run up on him and stabbing him. Now I'm out in the yard. My life. That's what I mean. Everything the next person do contributes to you protecting your life. You got that? So now, we sitting there, we chilling, and everywhere she at, he at. You know what I mean? So nobody else can't get a move on her. Because as soon as they open the doors, he's zooming over to a unit. Then she let them stay in the unit and hang out. You understand what I'm saying? So they got a relationship, a little penitentiary relationship. And she was married to a dude that was like a captain or something like that in one of the other joints right next door, like the medium or the low or something. You know what I mean? Nice, you know, Spanish young lady. But anyway, so now she winds up getting transferred. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm doing my thing, and I get put out of Allenwood, and I get sent out to Lung Park. When I'm in Lung Park and I'm in the hole, you know what I mean? And they had to walk through with the big people from the region. She was one of them. She was one of them. This was 99 I was with her. And 2 years later, she working at the region. You know, her people's connected. You know what I mean? Husband was a captain. So, you know, they done moved her up. 99 I was with her. And in 2002, you know what I mean? 2002, all of a sudden, now she working at the region. You understand what I'm saying? You know how hard it is to get to the region? You got to have, you know, them GPS points. Your numbers got to be up. So you know what she did to get up there. But I know she would have gave the homie something. So when I seen her, and she came walking through, and she leaned over. I said, how you doing? She leaned over. She said, no, I'm all right. Man, what you doing way out here? I said, nah, you know, I'm out. I heard from G. And her whole face dropped. You know what I mean? But she was feeling the homie. You know what I mean? Because that's how New York dudes do when we get up in the joint. You know, we do what we got to do, man. But now, I'm going to give you the last one. This is the last one to go with this. I want to end with this capper. It's one of the homies. We in Lee County. And he used to always go get the little kitchen glove. You understand what I'm saying? Girl come to see him regular every week. He go in the room, he masturbate in the kitchen glove. He take it outside, give it to her on the visit, you know, slide it when the police ain't looking, because he got it tied up like a little balloon with the semen in it. You know what I mean? You know, pushed it all down the bottom. He take it out there and he gave it to her. You know what I mean? She go right in the bathroom and she put it up in her. You know what I mean? She did that. He done had 2 kids for her. One in Atlanta and one in Lee County. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I mean, you know, that's how we do. You know, if you want it bad enough, we're going to figure out a way to do it. And that's what it is.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. What?
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spin a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. They be horn Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.